we are watching more about Emra Begum Jumedia so on Adom TV live on DSTV channel 280, Go TV channel 119, Multi TV Big Boss on we are live. So oyo yes on our social media platforms. Adom TV on Facebook, Adom TV Extra on Facebook, Adom TV on YouTube, Adom_TV on TikTok. Maybe I could be able to hold them. None of paying so for Atlantic battery. And como a former member of Parliament ma Adeshia no wo Ablekuma Central Ebeneza Nina Nati Atlantic also the member of Parliament ma Adeshia e wo Brekum honorable destin Chredua AK Stuttgart a sports journalist, a farmer, a teacher, BBB ewum. Go event for this year. I West. Yeah. And can ye my memory papa mo for Brekum West predominantly a farming district. Yeah. Cocoa, cashew. And the last 6-7 years, tomato dominant tomato production district. Ghana among the top 5 districts. Enti kuyajuma ajinhine ewo Brekum West. Enkan ye papa mo koko akuyafo. Yebechi omo na yamomo adwumaden a omo aye de ama oman Ghana ama baby o my Ghana afa ne ntoma pafre agwaji Brekum interestingly unim se uko Brekum a abosan akese ohunu oho nyina ye koko akuyafo enti ye ka district bi a koko impact e wo mo abrabo ma Brekum ye both east and west enti anopa ye be ma koko akuyafo emo na ya chi omo kwan so nko omo joso the tomato side na many bedroom for the first start of our discussion because of the issue of Burkina Faso. When I go Ebenezer Nina na teboko there.
Okay, see, Nyame Adom. Wama departure. Amen. Ma ye can't asifo ye kan yen so e ka ho. Na nka ye sense so hwan. Ba Nyame Adom. Nti Paul say Erade Adom ntina metis na metie. Na dom a de dom no anye kwa. Na me ye adwuma sin wo nyina nanso enye me na Erade o ka me ho nti. Ntana pe se yeti ha Nyame Adom
praise number pa
na memfa akonya we nso na mema wo afishapa na me nwa Penny Dixon afishapa say afi we this is my first media we amaba me call baby sa ma memfa akonya we na me da wase any producer Kojo Fojo in fact one mama who say we are not friends but we are brothers. Because right after Christmas, New Year, prepare say beba, and then unfortunately, my sister, Ekwako and Oka baby. In fact, if offer me that day, now I'm supposed to come the next day because so they be saying that to me. You call wave friend, now wave friend. Oh, one a catch oh, question a catch oh, one a catch of. In fact, omo mama who say ampa, send am penny for kind. They say and young kumbi esinia. Nti me da wase eni u producer Kojo Nyame enhram na so ni me say ene ena enuamo Muslims start chiria no we be start enra but the official one by chief imam no and then omo shase and I want say ene so happens to be Ash Wednesday when it comes to the Orthodox churches no and also Ash Wednesday and it proceed with the 40 days fasting. It tells you, say, Christopher, any Muslims, a Ghana, a very unique, your friend is saying, love be when it comes to the religion. And whilst we are doing 40 days, they are doing 30 days. And we are all starting at the same time. And I pray to God, say, any Muslim in this country and outside this country, Biano, or Mosha or Mochi, Anasino, I wish them all the best. So, same applies to the Christians. So, you 40 days fasting. So, Bible say this 40 days journey, 30 days journey. They da obia kumasu biano. Nyankopon be den ebe ya ama no na nyame aton so pa eden egu yen so nti akwesi we na metumi aka
bate wera sibam fa cha kese ko fa ma abrewa ewo bubu ahye wodio abrewa oye bruta nyamika ho eni di bre ya akope wa ABP amjoko me bompa ese akopon
abrewa me kanama
okay
any date of birth
oh
inti no mitumi twemu ano afre me ona bo abetwem sometimes no eya onhwe alphabet no inti ohu 1978 na on say no am so be una mun kwa me nam ho enya mia but and you say the jumapa woye wo party no mu no any okankwe south
yeah
I'm very optimistic say after the communication director and we will come and support it because it's one of the guys who is doing so well for the party when it comes to the communication aspect.
Honorable Stuga, coming from a constituency, you have tomatoes against Nyakotu Enuanum Ewo Burkina Faso. See a koto tomato saba na amimfo akotu omo akwashi omo. Enwana man bobe to oja from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said nipa ba akwasa free mama say number 8. Eno mampani ehye se asoja fomfa wana helicopter enko Burkina Faso ko fa enwan mu a omo prae no enso emra na yehwe mama aman woti mo mayen pepepe se mampani ehye ye no aban so ehye fro abaso peso tu kwan ko bia wodo a mimfo se bi all no mu a oso ne ga na aban nam sin bia na owonum no edinkita se na bia onkoto ohaw enso so na ministry ne so the numbers be out to jaye ku the numbers beto se o Ghana mama odo bi asa house bi woso a na onya sa akwanhia ne bia ana asem se beto a mampanfo asonte ne ko betimi afaso a ye beboa tomato Burkina Faso dienti a Ghana entimi nwe tomato sene ye ko fa free Burkina Faso
akwasi de edikan meka se ya rehosem kese na mefa kwanya so na yama abusuafo a ene adofo a omoho akoka adwamu nyina yakọ kwan sonko so na yafa kwanya we so akondemo strongly say attacks on any Ghanaian and for that matter any human being in this manner akwasi enye kwanya the first so they settle eye grievances ewo mu se eye mimfu bi ewo eye Burkina Faso Mali na eye neighboring countries omo ko manmu edu ba bi a they feel say to get international attention no so omo embark on no mo bi say to get the attention which we condemn in no uncertain terms because ye nyina nim asetena papa Ghana asoman yene amanya etwa ye ho hia etie yene aman bia ene ntawantawa yesese saade we to ya manfo na media bigidi say attack no it was not aimed at Ghanaians per se a spontaneous attack Ghana for ekudidwa were caught in the crossfire and as a rehusemwe esi enti yebe condemn strongly na yabompa yese ebi NCBM na yasre sa na mo aban ashas yetu no obetu na abusuafo afiri mu no yahwe kwan pa yede besiesi omo achi na omo aka omo aprepra no so sade President Mahama aye no yede omo abai ya momo ye ayarsa kama na yape kwan bi ebefa so abo omo asan agina omo nan so eyade a ehia papa again ade ba ko amani age ho eye enkaibo this is reminders akwasi wo hoda da senka ni yie mu a wo ye Ghana ni this year na akudura manone a ezese oma waban anamusifo ewo ho ete wonka ya MPC ukodi dwuma die wo man bia so a before abekokora no na wadi kan yomo ahunu se obo man num abedi dwuma die se ye official duty o enye official o ese se omo mote wonka se wo man no na BBC a omo nso ehunu de omo be yenti ye besre se DSC enye enkaibọ se de travel advisor aban de aba se yenu emo mokọ in convoys mokọ in groups enti ebeye fese eye oman yi mu efri baby omo kọ se Kumase ne nkran a ye betumi abọ omo ho ban a de omo akoduru border akwasi mate se bi mo ka se ye nkrofo no kwa ebeye a ye mfa sojafo ni omo achi nkọ badam ye wo enhye wo ho wuntumi mfa Ghana sojafo engura obi man mu enti baby ye betumi akọ akodu ene se paga ye be bọ omo ho ban esane se akwasi eno ma etoto ye nuamu adwadifue enye Burkina Faso no obi man so nko aya man mu kura na Roberts etumi tata yo mo e wo kwan no so enti within your country no you provide security escort e de mo a ebeboa na fei ye ne ye nuamu e wo Burkina Faso Mali ne mia ye kọ no so bambofo e wo ho no nkuta hodie no aya kama military diplomacy said ye be ya ye betumi anya omo nso ya manfo no wo mo man no mu a omo betumi ahwe na omo atumi abo omo ho ban e de amaye e wo ho e ya de ehia papa na embassy nkuta hodie no Ghana manfo esane se de ye nyina no nso transboundary trade ni ade no nso facilitate boost your economy in a way especially tomato aye kan edu lean season na ho ye den a adwadifo no nso kwan omo nso efa so de bama timabufuo nya bi na omo nso nya omo sika kakra omo de behwe omo abusua ya de ehia enti ye mfa na se ankra bi na ekodi de dwuma na bibi ato no ye nhwe se Ghana de hye adwuma mu di no nso eboa eye oman no economy no enti ansana omo betu akowura mu no esese embassy eya we no monso ye intelligence hunu se area ha nyo area ha dwo ne ade na ye embassy no collaborate with security agencies in the foreign countries say ye Mali Burkina no mo bo ya manfo ho ban edidesi eya rehosem ye mpaye ne se ebi nsibiem na anamuntu abanya hyase no obetu amana kwa wie papa na atumi aboa na kwasi ye ka we ho asem no nyina na ye immediate solution any short term solutions aye ka ho asem medium long term solution no ne se yet your my Ghana mu a afibia ye spend close to $400 million e de ekra tomatoes free the neighboring countries e de ba oman no akwasi arehosem ne se oman no tomato consumption there amanfo hia ye bedi ebehia wo man mu kura no ye ntumi produce up to 50%. I understand say out of about 800,000 metric tons no ye produce a 300,000 about 500,000 if ya manone na ye base sanity a na kwasi ye wo adwuma ye asoman esese ye deliberate na rehosem ne se ye free tomato growing areas no akwasi major season no tomato adaka Obabrikum Westa yetumi di si ho 200 Ghana na yenye nipa nto 200 na pro edu lean season na pebret say sabre ye wom ya adaka na ye ton 200 no yetumi ton 6,000 7,000 a box. Wow. The same box enti se yetumi nya nhihye ya ye betumi aye tomatoes no pebra ebebu akuyafo no papa esane se kuyani a major season ye mfa ne so obeye 10 acres no ni sika obenya nyira so obitumi ye pebre 1 acre the oye dry season lean season 1 acre no obenya sika onya sika chen the oye because the oye no ya to arise cost ra 400 200 300 400 adaka no but lean season no if 5,000 6,000 7,000 na akwansidia no se lean season aye kani na ye pebre eti du ho munya nsuo enti ye besre se de aban ahase yi nyankopon Adom and the feed Ghana tomato and vegetable production sector of feed Ghana no yewere kopoku ashase yie obekaya ye ko launch that aspect e wo kukuom make us say ukọ eye esunafo south empotema contractors gu ho mo ye irrigation said ye be ya akuafo e wo ho dry season ombetumi adua atosode ne de ka ho akwase ye de gesem ne say Bekum West me district and the feed Ghana solar powered irrigation ewo baby ye dua tomatoes no aban selective 4 communities eye gene fetenta pruso ene kuraso make say contractor ewo site omoye adwuma den ye solar powered irrigation system okay, so at least to cover 50
over to us but enano ne emerge the phone na Burkina Faso kofa tomatoes ne be di nkomo now this is the challenger omore wom se niema Ghana fo ne pe Burkina Faso tomatoes ne yese aduane wom e chen Ghana de no yese Ghana de no ensuo mu pa now and nanado danko kufuado aban no mo so be shebi aid go akwema part of the planting for food and job creation say yeah the infrastructure near kopesa seed ni be from Burkina Faso abejia or yemem under the new session yeah already kopoku edi adwuma menim wo any update to
akwasi exactly what am e koi tomato adwuma no de o ka ho asem no that breed ye friend pato
okay
na de ye kuafo due oman yi mu dodo na ye local breeds no
okay
enti de wa dua na fi no ono ayi na ba no bia next season na wasan ya bia free pato no yesa eye milk ba ku si ho a eye seeds no and then am be 3,000 4,000 Ghana cedis edi akuafo no dodo na entumi
si aye
konko ba ko
ebro konko
dabi ebro konko
esichire konko
fiano 3,000
one cup
enti akuafo no ntumi nto sa seeds no enti no more rely on local ones no na ye kan yo Bekum West said ye kan ye wo nipa kakra bi o mo bom modin bi ana waye local no be 10 acres na waye 1 acre bi pato no
okay
time America say bi aso ate abafom a ye ntokoro adu 200 no pato no de o 1 box a yetumi to ne bi a 500,000 ne ade enti economically utumi ye pato na unye sika no dodo pato no eche ne chef life eche eduane wom na rehosem ne say because of initial capital akuafo no behia e dey procure seats no nti na ayeden as part of Feed Ghana project e koso wo me constituency no minister amayate ase say omu wie a aban no behwe kwan pa obefa so aboa ama seeds na ye pato na ebeboa ama yetumi produce tomato no de duduo mu e wo man mu no aban no ebeboa so it is part of the program enye seeds nko a omo sign the nuoma ye de be ye adwuma nyina e ka ho na kwasi let me place on record makada na me sanya sisu dua biem se oba baby to say Bekum West ye wo potential to produce at least 25% of your national consumption.
The 800,000 metric tons.
We can produce about 200,000 metric tons a year. Say, ye nya supporter, ye pa, and sase wo ho. Ye wo manpower. Nimdia akuafo wo omo de ye adwuma, ne mrantie ne mayu a omo ye adwuma. Enso e wo ho. De aka sikaseb isa necessity akuafo no rely on loans from banks commercial banks india kwasi utumi koji loan with interest rate of 30% 35 uze akuafo no omo rely on rainfall this is isuo na nto a na tomato no ye ka enti omo ye high risk banks no omo say omo ye high risk because ebi tumi koji sa afi no nsuo anto dio ntumi ntia
na say climate change
am interest no wo soro yegusu ayeye nhihye se yenya loans a wo form be 10% money ade for tomato because ase wo ho nipa wo ho a eye adwuma de aka ye nsu a se sei ye irrigation e wo mmea no da nkyɛn a mene district assembly yetu nsuo mako 23 ewo eye farming like community boreholes to support enti yenya dams kakra ka ho ye wo ba bi bebre low lying area yenya excavator na yetwam na nsuo no betai ho na ye the pipes to tuma akwasi na yenya funding support a enkoye commercial loans na mbom interest be wo forma.
Okay,
I can tell you Brecum West ebe produce about 25% of your national consumption na ebe du ba bi no na hu hia say ebe fa ka akomalia na Burkina Faso akofa tomato e de aboman no
bedase ona Ebenezer Nina na tebeka so between the WhatsApp message afa number is 0531 029 795 0531 029 795. I message ne pese obi et making can be o de family phone so I meant me an can fam to be so fa WhatsApp we so e be project ya mo obi et me kan bi why the number is 0531 029 795 any WhatsApp number wo de comment e nyina e be fa so even
agwezi medasi baba before me call the unfortunate issue now happen wo Burkina Faso no. In fact, me kasa initially me refi yankana me call for the mami no. Enra me nya the opportunity say uta okudu na we in America.
Yeah.
Me nya the opportunity receive students be every JT cluster of schools.
Oh, okay.
And John Mahama cluster of schools I will at the Biokoshi. Assembly osi o last omudi nkra maame say omo sanitary pad no amba na this year
omo mudi na man
last time say na amba na meka ho asem but this time ye bi kwan no na me Adom.
Okay,
ye this time then abrom.
Okay,
unfortunately no instead of say ye be mom 3 packs no ye ma bi mu 2 ye be bi mu ebusu ye mom 1 na ebi wo ha e depending on your flow. Okay. Obet me one of the man obet you soon week na obi wo ha e be taking like 2 weeks into no yen me san kan chom say omo san kan de na so
enu ne no mo hwe
endu de mo hwe no enye sa boche na on the show de to so mienu enra mami stress adia biba me ze ba mo so hwe me enra me wo ha no buy no ka che me so se me say ene Muslim for the best at area na osre me pa me manu 1,000 Ghana na opeso koto domudi ekoko ni otubia to beans aye akala because ewia on say omo tati so moto nyaman am say bo adia me na 2024 me no kase na me ka kire o say masa bebe to abama your friend is saying na baomia usi na kwenkwen na me say denti na ukoto amama Mahama usi Mahama say o the women's bank eba na o the buy say mape na be adwuma wo ho na the loan nso amama no enti no ukoto Mahama na wanya loan am so mate enti no buy na me say o kai de o ka chem 2024 election no usi ukoto Mahama na wanya ma loan me loan enti na de nyame me ya Adom a me ba Adom na me ba shia sikani pa afi Brecum osanso eye adwuma pa ama NDC nti me ka che no ebia na no ntimi ma 1,000 ebia na ma akoma 2,000 afi women bank loan no e ba na o de akoma no nti ono ne nkra ni ena kwa me so ba me hono obisa me say
omunya constituency
just a terrorist attack.
Me didn't cry. Who's Okasa na my time? Okasa for 23 minutes.
No.
Miss
Okasa for 7 minutes. 7.
What man 5? Ena. Obisa me say na ejuma ra asema Erika Jebe. Na me say Erika Jebe na that for padu kwesinsia. Ono ye ni PR ejuma ma no. Enti me ba bisa no say na no ti Erika J wa sempa ka say o this kind mom na ko this kind mom Thursday say Friday. E no kai say Thursday Saturday. Into this kind mom mbedi. Enti say Erika J. Eni ho dia me di kan e fa wo so. No go na no me kape no wa be chechi mu ama me. They say dem ni say udi ni chechi mu bia. Ni omo eduma omo koye eduma ra ne say Bosha no eden. Meba no mema obi akofa brem CV miesa.
Omo pejuma. Okay.
And I catch almost oh. That's a 3 she's be starting this year. Back be ko na pa no upon 5. Eh obe upon 12. Not 12 akono upon 5. Not 5 akono upon 10. Hence I catch me Dixon any kwesi. Ye nyina ye adwuma wa Adom. Ye nyina no ebe obi be ko na pa ewia na numre. Mani nsuru.
But
me nti ye pa but me the CV the mema. Say GR na odin ko. Say EC na odin ko. Say Ghana Water na odin ko. Say na Abu kan or see there's only one institution that won't apply for 24-hour economy.
Speaker of Parliament.
Speaker Amomi Nsano.
Yo. But yeah, quick.
Eric. It's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate and very sad. In fact, the former president of the Ghana Tomato Sellers Association, me grandfather. In fact, my grandmother, I'm last born.
Okay.
So when this issue happened, I called him. And I made Bisano. So, because me said, the man be Eda so then are in a trade. In fact, what's name
okay.
They are in a trade. Into me friend no, Bisano, Sena, Assembly. And now, Sena, on our destined kind, it is as a yes, a personal attack to Ghanaians. And I want us to get it clear. And yet a personal attack to Ghanaians say bia Ghana for omudi dwa e wo tomato sumona your friend Burkina Faso why then akoto omususa that be say na ye hu wo amaman bi so na we won say because of we are in trade no now we akoto ahye we so ye pamon Ghana for ye pamon this country for no, this one is an attack by mambofo omo ye omo adwen say omo de your friend is saying chrono any nyama enye no beden eno mo be. That is why most at times no when people are inciting people na nkofo e ka they are to trust them eba we always come and talk about it. Say massa, let's be careful about some of the things that because ehun sunsun aso eden e wo ho. It's rather unfortunate say BBC akwakotu edwadifo. And say na honorable kan yes, sometimes even on the Kumasi highway on say it got to a point biano na VIP versus no the police watching them because that for taking advantage of them and then omo attack you me despite everything. In as much as I have problem when I'm driving in the evening, but me I don't like even driving because there are some places with me drive for almost about 30 to 1 hour car be amba
any time north with me driving 2 hours now in Shiaka.
So if unye obi a wo akukudro you always get scared when driving at night. And ubehu kwantufo we most of them travel at night. Ebi mo hokwana even omusimu a because of the distance no ntino esume den ekodro.
Yeah.
It's rather unfortunate and sympathize with the family omahwere omunkrofo yemomuyako. But let me also say I am happy about the streets your friend is saying we are abandoned to evacuate yenkofo na omuhu ekin omuhu ekokokan any omo a sabi nyame adom edi omuhu afofi no ye di omoba. But there are measures that we need to put in place. But some of the measures that we need to put in place are ebaso say omo kwa edi military for edi omochi edi wemu and no will be extremely difficult for now unless there's a collaborate between the Burkina Faso government and then the Ghana government. So and then when it comes to international
the inside air report is that somewhere January 3rd naga go for to Burkina Faso abanogu.
Yeah, I think so.
Some of these things nyina so yenema a bit me aspake some of these terrorist attacks.
Exactly. So I think there's a need for us to have this collaboration with when it comes to international diplomacy. There's an ubetumini one country and another country buy into agreement as to what you want to do. It might be say okay fine if you call for no the traders no back to this border omudu border we na eden and I bet jimu eden
okay
and then but Honorable says something which I agree perfectly with him. Not only Burkina but yem dwedifo omutu kwan ekoto nyama ewa mano ne eden no moba. It's about having a cordial relationship with our embassies in the various countries omukoye trade ni wo ho because we are Ghanaian. When you travel to your friends a country fufu, I think we should be able to have said the first point of Kokodupa, go to our embassy and go and report yourself. Say nebeya, say bibi esia, you be who say yes, asimesi wo kromo ha, and this is where we can trace you.
No klo me say ben. Say ba Burkina Faso Mali di obekọ embassy akwa report no. Beba UK, South Africa, US. Because the fear near say Ghana ni kra na okwa reporting watches.
Onu kwa be yin ama.
Onu be na ma se be o share oni krata. And na hwene na Donald Trump he say last month Ghana for ya bomb from US. They go Cameroon.
Wow.
So bomb be free other Africa country bomb ba Ghana. Ya Ghana for go Cameroon. E di Ghana ni so osuro. Nyame e madum ya ton koko asase. I'm near for plane at the America. I'm going to report ambassador.
No, I'm looking at a grade 4.
Yeah.
And you want because at school or one go school no.
Sure.
They go through the embassy process.
Yeah.
So who did journey there? And you say we and you see most of these I said grade 4 tomatoes where they go in groups.
Sure. Yeah.
So at the moment you get to your friend and say the country in which you are, say Nigeria, say Togo, just go to the embassy. Go and report. Oh, yeah, grade 4 ya ba okay. Ain't you know? BBC say. But you see, just as I say, but it's because sometimes they will not also do it because you're cheerful.
Yeah.
And they have already linked with customs officials at the border. So oko embassy honuma embassy no eba be checking nyama wakofa.
Yeah.
Any dia baby odifa and they are buying sikenti they also not do it. But I think with this, what has happened, going forward, these measures need to put in place. As I said, Nipanu who said, look, it's for your interests and not ubenya.
Yeah.
When we are able to do it, it will help us. And then lastly, on the tomatoes issue, I know about, and I think Honorable have explained it better because he and he's also into it.
Because he breed pato no bini.
Okay, pato no. Okay, to Burkina Faso for tomatoes.
Type, yeah.
Okay.
Type breed we no and yeah can one say.
Okay. Yes, if you know.
They are. Who say? Tama ye susano. Uduma me koduma. Na otonto so wabisa say we na vrungo de na say we Burkina de.
Yeah.
It tells you and omufa no ma bumusi.
Yeah.
It you see say ebi wo ha seed wo mu pa.
Yeah.
Ebi wo also seed ni but in fin no say ni nyina eden ayema it tells you say eduane wo mu so eyedin.
Yeah.
I know say when it comes to Ghana hanuma na vrungo say eduan to so ho.
Yeah.
Brekum ye dua bi wo ho. Agugu ye dua bi wo. In fact adan ha ya omu dua bi wo ho. What can the Ministry of Agric do to help these people? He's giving us out of 100%, he's giving us 25%.
Yeah.
With right support.
Both sides are also.
In fact, predominantly tomato, west side, and predominantly.
And I produce 200,000 metric tons.
We can even say
because directly about 5,000 people are directly involved.
Okay.
Or more to indirect people in the supply chain and about 5,000 people. And so the aka sika support.
Okay. Okay. You see, it bet me you say it be any constituency ni pope. You find the region no my 25%. Our focus also to go to your friend and say Navrongo, and also my 25%. Yeah. Our focus to come to Ashanti region, giving us 25%. Greater Accra, Adan cannot give us 25%. Maybe Adan can give us maybe 10% or 5%. In fact, that alone, Krano, a bit where then, as sustaining, whereby Sika Yesisa, Yedikoto, Burkina Faso, and all those things, no, a bit where then, a subeti. But Senokai, all would depends on the support that we give to these farmers. Okay. We were promised Feed Ghana. We were promised nano and come free. The men are lunch and cook on kitchen. Honorable, this is the Diaba.
o ya lunch it
that be o district dey buy ni lunch
ya distribute am amamfo awi
o district
every district akwasi let's be clear nkokon nkete
maybe say was
10,000 per district
constituency
me constituency aba ama eba ya nuane eka ho nuane no feeding nkokon no mo do 1 month do ye no omo apply that be a distributor omo apply within the next 1 month betumi ekuomo and again honorable quick one yeah there be let us put it on record say within 1 year utie feed Ghana launch original launch na course water chiman na honorable Ekopoku kan ho asem and yashada ye another launch I know ye irrigation for vegetables and ye wokuku
okay
ye wie na 2 weeks after launch na omo award contract was na for south adwuma ekoso me district ekoso enti solution na ye prescribe no is already underway the year trying say ministry ebe scaling up across these things already under feed underway within a year
so I did that account 23 Akwesi, we promised feed Ghana.
Okay.
We promised Ekukon Kete. We promised your friend say Ejumara. We promised so many things ye who launching. The end results they say. And now me say most of the things that Ekopoku, any President John Mahama, can one sem no upa Akwesi. And we're told say every constituency. How many Nkokon area mom?
No, for the start 10,000.
So go to any constituency in Greater Accra.
No.
30 no. No Kasame ma flow here. Because ebeba cocoa. Ebeba cocoa.
You can have problems here.
And now we promised 10,000 to each constituency.
Yeah.
Emma, if I'm not mistaken, and I stand to be corrected, say every constituency at least nipa ba obi abenya 600 sedin. And now Minuka say we have 34 constituencies in Greater Accra.
Okay.
Upa, Ochina. Let's go to these constituencies and let's go and ask say Akuko Baba.
But I say better than Nina Anate, a former member of Parliament, Emma NBP Abayoku. Big Jim Jumedia. Yeah, there waba, never betwaso. Aqua Jumedi so live on Adom TV. 7 o'clock say Jerome Ochre. Jerome Sam, if you Jerome Ochre. Head of Public Affairs Eddie Makoko board abekensa ewo fidwe ba meka se mesra wada se wako hospital doctor adia tum se wenya malaria edro betimi aboawo eye Lumitrust ya efifa mattress for ehonum Lumitrust edro enkwa na beboawo ne nyina se doctor a confirm se eye test wie ne o se malaria moawa no ebi wo mogem unyawura pharmacy chemical shop bia o se ope Lumitrust enkwa na malaria edro fanya agudi etu malaria ten pam sa so ano neurodo janso ehonum wapo no aposo yo yaw tibi na de asasa twitwi wonum sa eno anu pace ne nyina ebeko o ma ba bi eton adrobia no okwa ansa beka bi ato afi no bi pharmacy ana wo pharmacy dada na wo pe bi atu atowa free 0561 088 666 ana 0561 088 663 Sanso era meka se nyame ya adomu a ye nyina ye kwa kohiem for the 7th International Women's Day Conference. Ni actually they include her 2026. As intrada so say include her right, her voice, our action. Where you made the eboa akenya ema ewo abibrem se bia manso betimi enya voice. E manso betimi akabi ewo man enchichire ne na mamu emu etimefa eni agwanju emfa efrim kra speakers are eba cb eye patience osekere Sonia Ibrahim Nafi ada empenfu kasa eduru eche ye pa we eye strictly by invitation one aso asne emere ebre oye Silverbird Cinema Accra Global Media Alliance Perception Management International we defend the Africa Women's Voice ye boa amama enyane ewo ebibrem hadum include her say because women deserve to be seen, heard and included. Jerome Bokodie.
Name Adom. Kwesi.
Ye de Yakopo ase. Now you remember the boy benya say Cocoa board for so mate omo management akatua so 20% and 10% for senior staff. Near kind. Yenya krata bi so a free industrial commercial workers union. A 40 on which them say omo mfoaso for that salary slash. Koko bol pen for Jerome Yahweh of this krata.
Kwajo kwesima mincha na mincha mpanyinfo atenase. Mincha Ghana for inas. In fact, na pe na mete saa krata no.
Okay.
Na ye meka say me ho dwiri me kakra.
Adai.
Adekunta me ho dwiri me ene say of course na yen expect say worker katua ye den ekofo a obefa na ho so. Nanso no bribia ne ade a ewo say oye den. Oye.
Okay.
Na wo de bia ya na meka say obi bia ote koko bode ne bia no. Ekwan be ne efa so ayetua oka. Ekwan efa so ayetua oka ne say koko kuani ne be ye adwuma. Na ni koko beans no yakwa koton. Ni yedi mufa kese ye bre na yati bi dia ye den etua oka. Azani pako na wo bre na yedi etua oka no. Ono bi bi esi ema ono no esi kasam eso aye den ate.
Okay.
Inti den nyina so na wo a wo ye adwuma okoko board no. What to say and what say be a media may affected. How justifiable would this be? Because what's now what here and ye then ye
okay.
Because any baby near Kufis Casabe at Yauka.
It's when the money senior staff nina di home more and until I say by see a quack and now because a yet management decisions, they have nothing to say than to abide.
Oh, and yes, a year a management decision. Na mama sounds one ka say e unfortunate say yes decision we ne ekoso okoko sector na eden abehia nti obi beka so we bia obi atuma mpama America akotiki decision bi anase bia na onwene ho me can see su people say sa decision we anana monto we ya na monto a awo owura around abe etirimu dadaada because obeka ya akasa wa bonten akase eye koko bo staff ono kura beto ye kura no na ne yemu ayeden ahye no waka wa bonten
so modoso
ugugula ubehu ebio wasanso akase koko board na ebre no at the end of every month sika medi tua eyeden ekani say salaries wa complaining ugugula obete inti no sa decision we no emfa ho ne kwan a obefa no it wasn't a tougher decision as it were for him to take because eyade na obelieve say this is the way to do what? To go. Of course, unfiti preocupa in person. Say moja neba.
Yeah.
Into senior staff association no. Ono one ye den. Etna se say. Baby ya baba ye den. Ya baba drini. Inti me nye ye nioma te say dia na hwe nye den. Ensi ye. That means na chire say yankasa say be kafu ye nim ni aye den.
Okay.
Ye nim ni aye ye. Inti no enam sanso inti no. E wo say yaketu ya say me ye bibi ye den. E de fa ho.
Okay.
Enti no na eyade a
so Jerome, me entias this pay cut no the base salary and I said the allowance ni nyina ka ho e na mo cut 10% 20% no.
So it happened enrechi enwumre kra na o my den na omapon na sa communication we den e buy quite unfortunately for me enam media so akoniaba emone ade say o suma adwuma anti no uduru ho no na wo say sa details ni nya from finance
okay
department but I'm promising you say me fear ekuduru adwuma mu a
okay
sa details ni me finish say it's either on the base and I say allowances money ade nyina den eka ho
and I'm to say we say mo kati amenya be 5 million Ghana cedis no kre.
Yeah, so enra the question was nene say inti o expect say sign na mobile den benya woso
okay
na ka say okay sa dey a yenye bosirim kan na bro ni be ka say tentative calculation
yeah
say okay so we tentative calculation now so we nipa be say permanent staff be 10,000 contract for na be 8,000 minimum na be 18,000
yeah
inti ni say wo chemu kura be say mienu na waka say ebia e fa ye senior staff na ne aka ne ye junior staff na wotetetete say even be say 500 cedis and I say 600 cedis kura na o multiply by ɛyɛ bɛyɛ 9,000 na okay kan ko ɛyɛ sɛska no ana me boa because if say ɛyɛ 500 cedis impo now multiply by bɛyɛ 9,000 you are getting no less than about 4.5 million ana ɛnenam saa but the full fact ni nyinaa no ɛyɛ finance ɛde bɛyɛ den
eti we moti sɛ na mo se mokrata no say to the end of the crop season eti moti akosi da bɛyɛ February ɛka ho
February ka ho. That is
March
why March account, February, March, April, May, June, July, August.
Okay. So some you read the next crop season.
Yeah, the next crop season.
Okay. Eti munti says ka ni nyina ewia ebekɔ hefa.
Kwesi so what says kana cocoa board a delay with or how ahodo mienu. Okay. Ba ko sisi am prinprin ye eye amansan dwaso a ebo na ye den abafom. Ena cocoa board nkrata mu ankasa nso no. Osanso ye dey edeka
okay
na nia ewomu ne se wan hu kwa abefa so a yesi mpemfo se so tro mienu ye dey emani hane sa eka na cocoa board de won nkrata mu no sabe ka fro enye me Jerome ebia mabusu afie ne abekwa akofo se eska na ye dey etua
okay
na emom no sika bia ye benya die free eye cocoa kua na cocoa kua ni ne beye no enumu ne de beye dey ebetua sa eka ne bi
okay
intina ekire se so when timi anya saa aka no hwe na se yekuani ni sika ni bi na eba betua na ekire se yekuani ni ho besan so akire no baabi because sika nka bia wo se onya no eka bi wo baabi a ni sika so betime e dia eden
akohye
e dia kwa kotua aka because out of this 32.91 billion eye kana ye de no ebi ye agrochemicals say eye fungicide o say eye insecticide o say eye fertilizer o say eye den o sa aka ni nyina eye den ewo ho nti ne se utumi make savings from eye waketua na wa den watete so no a ye wo sa aka ni bi a ubetimi aye den ubetimi atua mpo
okay timi to asia
ubetimi atua mpo
mo ti akatua nte so no e de akwakote mo ka no so bi
so eye nchiremu na me de ba se in terms of industry cost nimpo na nka ebi kwa obesanso anya ene eka na wanka se da ho dada nkekuani no emfa so de bi na obesanso de akwakotua no se wo save se sika no bi na ebetime tua saa eka no mu befu a ebema kuani nimpo ho aye den ahen
jam so kuani na wo tie no pese ohunu se yate ne kokoo bo so cocoa board so mo so atoma katua so eti cocoa board ate na katua so no ne o te so no mo de sesika no ekoye den
kwasi eni na ma kire emi say ebi a question na o te say unua no mo a ebi ebisa ne say yeti sesika no a ekokuani ne ho ana so what I say ekokuani ne ho ana ba no kwasem ne say sika ye de makuani no say uchemu eye ebia aduonu yes 50
aduonu 20 aduonum na 50
yeah aduonum 50 ekra na cocoa board ajumayini no onye den onya baako
okay
because you are talking about billions of cedis eno no ye akuafo ne den echefa etifa ne say what projected a total revenue for about 50 billion for the crop season out of this 50 billion no kwasi oni say kuani ne chefa ewo mu nko a ye be say 40 billion
okay
ena eye den ewomu until there is no way eye yati cocoa board ni akatua eno no ena betime tua eye kuani ne den eka but nia wo say ye hwe ebeboa ne say because of decision eye omampanyi ne cabinet atake here ene ye retain about 50% of your total eye production for the year ewa ha no eno no ewo the potential say ebema ebo na ide akoso because from the get go no abrofu nyina ete say omu lose 50% of Ghana's premium then cocoa
from the next crop season
so what I say
Jerome enti we the sabo ebiem 10% 20% pay cut no mo de be ye den
kwasi ebi na maka kire we say cocoa board ankasa nkrata mu no cocoa board eye den edeka anameboa
etimu de scan bi ekwatebo kan bi so
eka na ye de no ne masanso mo wo hu ne say enye sebika fro memeti hei me mabusu afie wo mabusu afie kura bi abakura mpa unya scan bi da ho ena ye ko fa sika na firi ma ye de akotua na emom no kuani no ba ye no ye ko ton na nka wa kire kuani ni se nka obenya apem anase obenya eye pon du no say saa aka no eda so kosoro a obewo say based on say pese yetua saa aka ni ntino kuani no ne wo say onyampo no onye de onya a typical example hold on kwesi me typical example a typical example AC 2024 2025
the first term of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or catch us in appointees or to a market share by 10%.
Yeah.
Or the quack was chips compound. Yeah. To Ghana ni be on taste say President Mahama first term appointees yes to a market share by 10%. No, when we say could see chips compound. 10%, 20% pay cut. E wo cocoa board. Jerome, must say munya says it can. So I can say a calculation say roughly be munya be 5 million Ghana cedis krana. Dear na mo says kano e kwakoye
kwesi sisi akomodo na uko ebia choba ko to aduane a o de yeden o de be yeden asembisa se bia akomodo wanya aduane kwesi o de be yeden
yeah me das nyam
then at the be because I've explained to you say already one kasa na oye industry no ohu ka bia beba bia no kuani ni na yeden
okay
kuani na otua
okay
so betimi ama kuani no ho ahenhan no mpo wo saa akatua na otua no
eno kwa ina
sika bia wo benya no
okay
adenti na kuani na nka no ho be kire no untumi mfa offset okane bi
okay
na ne burden po ensa nye dey
e kesi super for say mo get a greater mo can be ka mo dey no
me catch on mo hu say there are a lot of things I betimi there
but as Jerome Sam
apart from say untumi mfa money pa no betimi there
Jerome Sam ya kasama for the back board and we could have to say the tree quick about for messages your money aben we see the God of NPP is alive today. Cocoa farmers are praising NPP government when cocoa world price goes down. We blame the word for the NDC in anticipation of the huge increase in the market. But when fuel prices come down on the world market, it is JDM. You promised cocoa farmers per bag 6,500 Ghana since 2025. You couldn't pay. That 2026 cocoa haircut was introduced. Eric Kwaku, Body, Edward Free Bechem, and Ode Ebaim. President Kufuado bought a cocoa, President Kufuado bought a cocoa bag for 3,100 Ghana cedis during the COVID-19 pandemic and paid farmers in full. John Mahama, then opposition leader, criticized him, stating that Nanado and MPP are cheating cocoa farmers. Instead of paying 6,500, they are paying 3,000. Now that the current government has taken office and enjoys majority support from cocoa farmers, the price has been reduced drastically to 2,500 without any pandemic or EV crisis. Does this mean a promise to recent means drastically reducing prices? Same Boache, Edia, or they buy. I don't know. We see clearly the hard-working cocoa farmers have been cheated by the government with this unconscionable reduction. Now, there seems to be no motivation to go into farming, which should be the backbone of our economy. Question from Aguna or the Bay and now or day free a buy. Mamenko, okay. Hello, good morning, Kosia, and your entire crew. In fact, you are working tirelessly for Mother Ghana. With the issue of our beloved Ghanaian tomato traders facing this tragic incident is so sad. Ghana, we are blessed with so many natural resources, but my question is, why do we always export goods from neighboring countries? Please, this goes to the Agri Ministry and the government. Okay. Audio de by so my first say, senior under President Mahama as administration, things will change to the glory of God. My regards to lawyer Elizabeth Ofosu Ejar MP for Techiman North. James Opoku and anyway, so by. We see, good morning. I'm Gabriel from Buahon Kumasi. It's sad to tell that at this time of the year, Ghana as a nation still export tomatoes from other countries. With all this vast land and good climate, Ghana will be getting 70 years soon. We have to do better. Still good.
I think the import. Ghana or Ghana still import. Yeah. They are hard year.
Still good.
Okay. I was all kind of way you don't care the
that's it. I don't know how to do
it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so also I think Honorable Stuart has done a nice submission devoid of politics by the other Honorable DM. Not.
I was the other your politics. That's ye queer Juma. Tembia Mekasi, ye Yaman Yosemim. Okay. Coco and Sema Bay. Say, yet transfer say ye share the Puma Sibra. I think they be a solution. Of course, you have or my way mo odi aye asemi di kan account me wo about be 19 different series ni nyina se asem bo man we mu na se ye de ya amanyosem a na asem na nkasa na se eda ho a ye bobo ho epe ne kumasi bre no na ye hwete wansam na ye hwete wansam enti mesre se kuku asem aba no akwasi akoye besepa ani ko nyina haban yetase ne bas nyansafo what is happen
occurrence responsible no be amount
akwasi me call Christmas stakeholder engagement am ye nyina that was the most prominent issue and a feature certain krana buying my abonten with these reforms
reduction
enti but no be kan ho asem say koko nsemi e bestre mampanyini ba ye adwuma wa ye the first year no e sombo na koko nsem no nhwe na onka ho asem nyankopon adom omampanyini atu eho anamo enne anope na me kan krata eye ICU Industrial and Commercial Workers Union ene Ghana Agriculture Workers Union gaw ediaba akwesi se wa hwe krata no din a yade a abawo mu yie di omo kan se baabi akoko nsem akokoduru do da koduru bia se aban etu anamo adamantuo bi etesen akwesi for the first time aban the bill ba parliament koko board say bill na ye ready e ba parliament aye be ye ho adwuma bill no e be mana ye nhye se koko kuani anya hwe aban no koton ye koko no odwaman so a omu ahamu abupan aduoson 70% de o se ye de ba kuani no akwasi senka ye ne sa afi 2023 season koko ekodu ba bi na dwaman so bag ba ko around 10,000 Ghana cedis
a ton.
There be a dollar no they multiply dollar it divide there.
What about 10,000?
Like 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
10,000 Ghana cedis no. Na aban etua 3,100 and the ma Ghana ekuyafo.
Okay.
Etina chese ekuyafo nya mu 30%.
Okay.
Na aban na for 70%. But ye be ye bere we ya. Anka aban no be fa 30,000. 3,000. Na kuyedi na for 7,000.
Okay.
Enti sabre no na yewura kopoku yewura atofosen. Ene President Mahama mu nyina eka se wo hwe se de kokko bu akodu dwaman so de a kuyani anya hwe esese onya 60 million. Na no play 60% no.
Okay.
Enti ensema ye nuabu make reference se ye wo opposition ye che bo se ye ba aban mu a ye bema eye 60 million no no kure.
Okay.
But na ejina se de na dwaman so ye to no se ye kese se ye ma 90%.
Yeah.
Etinka ye ko bai ye boa ye she ye kura de adanka se buo no gina 10,000 nka bema be 90 million 9,000 enya in isolation.
Okay.
Ade aba akwasi maka FOBD de efe ene se
maybe
de bi fa efe nse kwasi se sei aban no ama instruction se afi ya nya afi ebebo ye koku aka e wo ho be 50,000 tons aka wo ho na de ye beti a ma ye projected be 70,000 tons ye ti ama ye mfa nkwa ama no ne biem ye mfa ma cocoa processing company any local processes that ye process na paso ne de wo se ko ba sa ye rely on where price no biem e be ma accrediting nyuma e ha ama cocoa buo no to ka de mini amommo na ye nso na munyi policy
o ka ta ta so na
mesi ya
enye bibia na ye ya amanyese said ye money cocoa stiga no amanyosem na numuso cocoa ye no emwa because politics cocoa farmer no suffer no mi brekum west afi number of tonnages akwasi ye cocoa no maka me papa
this is very difficult time
what cocoa da
no make us that woman make us that
when you are surrender why you are surrender that yeah the dry cocoa let me tell you say uko brekuma bono mai mu ye ka cocoa akuafo akesia na me papa na chete chi obi ya me ma bo cocoa astoge
mensia bondi mr mensia
ma buru edi ye cocoa sama onim cocoa onim hawa akuafo fam cocoa ho a kan va cocoa no na me ka kwasi mu cocoa asa no munim because cocoa is the life blood of the people of Breku. Ye ka cocoa sama yes. The politics you are playing with cocoa no.
Make kasebi.
Mo betina ban.
That make kasebi.
Enti wa me ba ye nyina kwasi. Me mpese be bosom bosa that no dey create. Happy. Situation na be more about where you
are not being fair to
happy birthday Elkofama Presla and also happy birthday to Mrs. Judith Kote. You are 71 years today. We Efruba set Abdul Hafiz Kote, Senior Revenue Superintendent, Accra Metropolitan Assembly. You wish you all the best. Obviously.
Emotional issue. So
They also and just a good solution. But they are saying,
dealing with the matter. We need to deal with this matter. Let us deal with the matter. President Mahama appointed solutions to the problem. Let us
support. Different thing. I will say, managing cocoa farmers is different from managing Black Star.
Managing cocoa farmers
is different from managing Black Star.
Don't go there. Background.